making my skin buzz even in here.
On behalf of everyone in Auntie's family, I want to thank our host for securing this wonderfully austere venue to begin our negotiations.
Doesn't take an engineer to have the vessel ship that
With
is.
tensions being patched
The
and
Franks is here,
I
Commander.
am certain we can both
Sure.
profit from a merger. Surely the good Vicar Laureate and his fellow shareholders have some thoughts?
Madam Vice President, I and my fellow counselors remind you that
This must be the satellite that sent an emergency. Emergency ping across the system. What led me to you, Commander? But why is DeVries hanging on to it?
This sort of satellite is new to me. Is it Earth tech? Every moment we link...
What is it?
Be still, Cadre. It's you, is it not? The one Agent DeVries warned me to expect? I certainly don't wish it.
Ignore the posturing. Give him a push and I'll bet you can get DeVries.
You'll do no such... And even if by some low chance you could extract my knowledge, you'll never... That matters not. He lost his grit and turned traitor. But I am steadfast in my resolve. You hear me? Steadfast. I was warned you might try to lure him, but it doesn't matter what you do. The rest of our team is pushing forward. Agent DeVries is right. The only way to save us, But why would you leave me be? This situation is markedly different. Those at the monastery were not How can you say that without knowing me? And mean it? Fine then. I surrender. They're using the Seer's codes to gain control of the Automechs and you'll also need this. Her guards have commandeered some frightful reinforcement. That's my end of the...
Gave up that intel rather easily, didn't they? Let's have a look. Why can't our work ever be easy?
sovereign is regarded as being...
Gonna need a way to power this thing.
This is good. To protect its own leaders beyond his death, he and his ilk won't anticipate an alliance.
He's not my sovereign.
Yes, right. Well, landing a strike against the Protectorate in this state will be... like wrangling a galloping breadworm.
I am unfamiliar, but I presume that to mean it will be without exertion? If so, then you are perhaps even more ignorant of Arcadia than I calculated. The Sovereign, guide him, is as ineffective as you suggested, but his advisor, the Consul, is not. These executions, these impulsive attacks, are solely his influence.
Solely? Your previous sovereign was rather draconian himself, if your own history books are to be believed. Do not act like the current rot emerged from nowhere.
I could perhaps say the same for you and your reputation for putting profits over people. But instead, I suggest we pivot our discussion back to the real matter at hand.
For all of the Protectorate's ills, they sure know how to build things that last. Not a compliment. They've commandeered those mechs. Might want to choose this battle wisely.
the heat off, Commander. Just say whip.
I'm the one you need to worry about. Combat.
After some quick mental calculations, I do see merit in your last declaration. It was astonishingly logical, in fact.
How charming that I've surprised an esteemed man such as yourself. In turn, I wish to thank you for toning down your bloviating. I feared we'd still be here next fiscal quarter.
Yes, you must be quite busy between product launches and counting bits. But I will be here as long as it takes to ensure the order isn't taken advantage of by duplicitous actors.
Let us turn our attentions once more to Golden Ridge. I am grateful we could come to an accord after that unfortunate attack on Outpost Opportunity. Do you have a question for me?
Of course. Allow me to offer this bit of data, then. The true culprit of the attack was a proctor named Svoboda. My brave colleagues found her out and promptly executed her.
Ah, so the Order is capable of decisive... I had doubts after hearing about your monastery. Even though the hostages yet live, this crime happened under your purview.
I would remind you that these innocent survived because of our quick and accurate methods of I do not appreciate insinuations that we allow chaos to run rampant on our watch. Chances are high that any erratic variable is a result of your people's meddling in ours.
Next you'll be claiming we're to blame for all of your past failures. Why, the mere prediction of our arrival years ago sent you into dizzy. Isn't that right?
I'd like to discuss your efforts on Paradise Island. We may have no physical presence there, but we are ever watchful. Our observations suggest that matters have been delicate.
Yes, but things have taken somewhat of a turn. After the Protectorate destroyed their own relay out of madness, we have seen little resistance to our residents.
Well, we welcome the news of your advances. However, it is worrisome that it took the assistance of a freelancer for you to finally secure your hold. Worrisome indeed.
Rusty there, Commander.
analysis, neither of our parties has enough goodwill with the other to proceed directly to an alliance. A swift end to the war is highly improbable.
You had to run a quaint predictive model to come to that conclusion? Did your numbers give any insight into making this more worth my while?
This unit welcomes. My records do not indicate that any searching my records. Yeah, this sector.
No time to lollygag, Commander. Whatever's in that repository can wait.
By my estimation, if we formed an alliance, say...
What model did you utilize? Which metrics?
Oh, you see, I'm renowned for my ability to read a room, as we call it in my business, where common sense meets observational data, you might say.
access to storage has not been granted. Please exit the vicinity immediately. Error. You are back. Confirm. It is perhaps.
I'm starting to get an eerie feeling, like someone's got their lamps on us.
Don't go no further, infidel. This next shot won't miss.
Love to, but I'm not ready. Guns cocked and loaded. Just get this.
Grass tingling. Someone call for a medic. Let's get you healed. Out of sight.
I can hear you scampering around like a little sprite. Fine then. Cross that bridge and see how well you fare.
We're so close. One elevator ride away from having debris in our crosshairs. Finally.
throats by the end of this. Is this what you want?
It'd be foolish to even consider alliance when you so clearly Arcadia and its will.
Should the fighting intensify, and it shall, it will be due to your pride. Presiding Bishop already possesses the foresight necessary to lead a colony and better its people. Until you acknowledge this, I fear we will never reach an accord.
Foresight pales in comparison to action. We acquired Fairfield from the Protectorate, you recall? This was a decisive victory over a strategic location which promises high return.
So you think your people should win? Shall I remind you that you failed to gain ground or even take the Vox Relay yourself? Arcadian matters
Like sitting terror rays. You can't let DeVries make her move.
To understand how to serve our people, after all. Look no further than the abbot, who welcomed refugees to Matriarch's mercy.
Yet he struggled to feed and house them properly. The poor man was clearly overwhelmed if he couldn't see his right hand was actively undermining him, even with his data.
Meanwhile, Auntie's choice has done little to alleviate the refugee crisis it helped create. Indeed, my projections may be accurate. You are more interested in what you can steal.
Dear Vicar, you are not yourself. Perhaps Auntie and your bishop should continue these talks. We'd be happy hosts. We do enjoy dazzling guests with a tour of our stolen artifacts.
You have a nasty habit of arriving at the wrong time, Commander.
It's over, Augustine. Nowhere left to run. No more lies you can peddle or people you can burn. Your rewards come due.
Ibarra, I was unaware of your survival until recently. Believe it or not, I was happy you survived. You could have done anything with your life. Shrugged off the bad memories. But, oh, I've no interest in continuing this little reunion. What happened in Horizon Point, well, these delegates you came to save, I'm killing them both, and any hope for peace will die along with them. This is the... Spare me that sanctimonious drivel. You'll never be Commander Zane. Don't even try. Such ambition. But that requires anyone to...
All you'll be remembered for is sending your team to the...
I don't give a damn for my legacy. It's in your best interest, Commander. I am so close. with the right data and the prototype rift modulator hidden away in a protectorate lab on Praetor. But like the protectorate before them, Auntie's choice must never have access to that technology. Anyone with even half-functioning gray matter the Order should know better. It's as if they forgot it was the Seers who came to me back then. They showed me their data, proving that the Protectorate's rift experiments would lead to... I didn't want to believe them. But as more and more of their predictions came to pass, I knew I had to...
That's... law! Augustine.
No, I couldn't have. Had I deviated from the plan even the slightest amount, it could have jeopardized everything. I had to avert a far worse disaster. By any means. No. I saw their models. The Protectorate, in all their ignorance, would have torn the galaxy asunder in pursuit of their matriarch's dream. You were an unwelcome variable. Prior knowledge could have... I tried to put it out of mind when you and I first spoke. I had to focus. And I forced myself to complete it. I trusted that with Horizon Point's destruction, humanity might be saved, but it wasn't. It was only the start. I must finish what I started. That's not what happened. Your presence disrupted their equation, and the mission could...
Sure you ain't kin to Auntie Cleo?
Whatever you think of me, it wasn't so simple to sit back and listen as they met their ends. Every instinct I had was yearning to act, but I could not. I know the distinction matters not to you, but it does to me. You recall what I said of the rift modulator, of the data? It's the only way to... You know who these corporatists are, how they deal with their competitors. Imagine now how the Order must not sacrifice their principles for a childish attempt at peace.
Enough! I've got all the answers I needed, Commander. She's gone.
You think you have it in you to...
Had 10 years. Give the order, Commander. How many times do you need a snake to bite you to realize its nature? She's shown us who she is, Commander. She's showing us again right now. You're wrestling fire here. You know that, right?
It doesn't matter. 2 dead delegates? That's a fair price to pay. We've paid worse. Is that so? Please then, enlighten me on how you might save the Order from itself. The fact that they're even entertaining a partnership, but even if what you say is true, there's no undoing. This mission is all I have. So if you won't leave me to carry out my plans, Commander. Savannah. I was never a good friend to her, even when she was all I had. Sometimes I thought her a fool for putting such faith in me. No, it doesn't matter. You've made it clear you despise me for what I've done to you, to your crew. Now you wish to convince me that you want me to live? Do you actually? I see now that my judgment has been compromised. I've recovered a cartridge from the Earth Directorate satellite I brought down. If you process this data, you can use it to improve the prototype rift modulator on Praetor. Once that's finished, the rifts can finally be closed. Everyone will be saved. Because, whether you believe it or not, you are the picture of an Earth Direct. Oh, and as for me, there's also a high priority. It may be 3 years old, but hopefully the information it... Wait, what in the void?
Damn! Ain't ever seen a thing like this! We need to move! Now!
Follow me, quick!
rift's expanding! Pick up the pace!
This is an urgent message for all Earth Directorate agents. The rifts threatening a majority of our colonies and our Earth Directorate bases, including you, have at most a matter of months before everything in your local system is destroyed. The seriousness of you are fully authorized to do everything in your power to find a way to analyze this data. Law willing, you will find a way to unlock.
Acknowledging receipt of emergency mission parameters update, including activation of Directive Alpha Omega. The full parameters are: the agent has full authority to handle the mission in any... I have also detected the surveillance data from the satellite confirms DeVries's assertion of a prototype modulator on Praetor. Acquisition is required to be able to bypass any new or existing miniature... You are also tasked with finding a way to process the Earth Directorate Rift data. The prototype Rift modulator is located within the... Reaching the lab may involve violence. A protectorate blockade, the archive is the largest and most powerful computer in existence. Control over the archive has changed several times since the invasion. Currently, agents are permitted to cooperate with local governments and other political both Auntie's Choice and the Order have previously controlled the Ark. Coincidentally, both delegates also escaped the station. It seems they feel they owe you their lives and have asked to meet with you at their respective headquarters. The Order of the Ascendant are concerned with the elevate. Auntie's Choice has the firepower to more whoever you assist will be better. There is also one other, returning to mission objectives. Do you have a preference for which to pursue first, Commander? Acknowledged. Due to the rift's expansion, both Cloister and... It is worth noting that the Order of the Ascendant... You have also received a message from Auntie's Choice. This unit can relay its contents now, should you... Greetings, morally gray potential contractor. You've been pre-selected. Report on board the ACS Undisputed Claim. For detail, it appears you now have permission to visit Auntie's Choice headquarters aboard its flight.
Commander, word? What happened back there? We had her cornered. What am I supposed to do with that? How am I supposed to trust you the next time a tough choice has to be made? Then why'd you do it? That sort of thinking never would have slowed DeVries on the draw. That's really as I'm gonna need time to
I'm glad we made it off Greater Tranquility Station. Presumably the delegate... I only hope we do not pay for this decision in the future. Certainly.
Never thought you'd manage to save DeVries along with the delegates. They could be good allies. Reckon my being present for the dramatic rescue will gain me some... There's one thing I can't shake. Wouldn't happen to be the universe trying to tell us something, would it? I reckon it's saying that all our political machinations will mean nothing in due time. Nature will always... By the way, what DeVries said about Auntie and the Rift Tech, don't take it to heart, huh? Auntie ain't an idiot. Much as she loves business, reckon she loves self-preservation even more. I'd agree with you, but I reckon we still think we ought to pay the Undisputed Claim a visit, see if we can court Auntie's aid. Your boss was... Whether we gain that help from Auntie or... Anyway, appreciate...
Saving the delegates from DeVries took considerable effort, dear. Of course you could, but you didn't. They still might have a role. May all our
I must admit to being highly vexed by this